What's going on, guys? Emmanuel Jones here, back at with another NFL record prediction. And this time, we'll be doing our NFL record predictions for the Arizona Cardinals in 2021, giving you my game-by-game analysis and pick-by-pick to see which games do I think is a good matchup for the Cardinals and which matchup do I think is a bad matchup for the Cardinals. So before I give you my record predictions for the Arizona Cardinals in 2021, make sure you do smash that thumbs up to like that video. Subscribe to my channel for more options. And don't forget to comment down your opinion below to see what you think your predictions for the Cardinals is. See how well they're going to do. Do you think the Cardinals are going to win the West this year? Do you think they're going to make the playoffs? Or you think they're going to decline and miss the playoffs? So let me know what you think. So anyways, let's get started. Week 1, the Cardinals kick it off with the Tennessee Titans. Now, this game right here is going to be very interesting, though. But that can go either way, though, because, the Titans, have a really good run game. And the Cardinals, have a really good D-line. Now, this game can go either way, but I think this game will be super close and will be high scoring. But I'm going to go with the Titans here because I don't think the Cardinals are going to have an answer for Julio Jones or neither A.J. Brown. So I think the Titans receivers have a big game, and I think Derrick Henry is going to run all over that Cardinals defense because the Cardinals are usually not great at stopping the run. And also, I feel like the Titans are the better team, and I believe they have the better coach. So, yeah, that's pretty much why I think the Titans will win. Also, they're at home. Now, next game, week 2, they have to play versus the Vikings. Now, I believe I said in the Vikings video that I said the Cardinals will win. I think I did, but I could totally change my mind. But you know what? This game right here can go either way, though, because, both these two teams have a really good defense. But yeah, I kind of feel like on paper, the Vikings do match up well with the Cardinals. Because I think the Vikings did upgrade at the corner position and their front seven a little bit, to like contain like the Cardinals passing game and those receivers and like stop the Cardinals run game. But you know what? I think this game will be super close and high scoring. But you know what? Since this game's in Arizona, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals here because I really don't know what to choose here because they're both top 10 quarterbacks. It's hard to say who's better, but I just kind of have a feeling the Cardinals will win because I think that their defensive line is good enough to like slow down the Vikings' run game. So yeah, but I don't really know if they have the corners to cover Adam Thielen or Justin Jefferson. So yeah. But I think it will be close, but I have the Cardinals winning in a shootout type game. Next game, they have to play versus the Jaguars. Now, this is another interesting game, though. It's going to be Kyler versus Trevor Lawrence. Now, this game can go either way, though, because, two franchise quarterbacks are playing against each other. But you know what? I think this game will be super close. The Jazz can barely pull off an upset. But I'm going to go with the Cardinals here because I just think the Cardinals are a better team. They have the better coach. So, yeah. And also, I just really think the Cardinals defense is going to find a way to like dictate the pace of that Jags offensive line, which is really not that good. To be honest with me, I don't think the Jazz can match up well with the Cardinals really good. So yeah. And I believe a rookie versus a great defense like Arizona, that's not great. So yeah. And also, the Jazz are going to be doing some learning curves. Like I said, they have a new quarterback, a new coach, new culture, a lot of new stuff. They have a new defense as well. But you know what? I think Kyler Murray is going to have a big game, and he's going to pick apart that Jags young secondary. So I feel like DeAndre Hopkins, A.J. Green, Rondell Moore, Christian Kirk, James Conner is going to have a big game. But I think the Cardinals will win in like a shootout type game. Next game, week 4, they got to play versus the Rams. I actually have the Rams beating the Cardinals the first game because, I feel like the Rams are the better team. They have the better quarterback, the better coach. They're at home. So, yeah. That's pretty much why. And also, I think they play the Rams on Monday Night Football in Week 14. I think the Cardinals win the second game because I think Arizona is going to get their revenge on the Rams, after, losing to them. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much why. All right, next game, they have to play against the Niners. You know what? I have the Niners splitting with you guys. So I'm going to say the Cardinals win the first game versus the Niners, and I'm going to say the Niners beat the Cardinals the second game because I just think the Niners are just a better team. So, yeah, and also they both own each other. I mean, that's the reason why. All right, next game, Week 6. They have to play against the Cleveland Browns. Now, this game right here is going to be very interesting, though. Now, this can go either way a little bit because I think both defenses are playing against each other. But I think this game will be super close this time because, both offenses are really good. But you know what? I think the Browns are going to be one of the best teams in football this year. So I'm going to go with the Browns here because they're at home, and I just think they're the better team. So, yeah, and I think they have the better coach. So, yeah, and also I believe the Browns did upgrade their secondary to cover the Cardinals receivers, and I believe they upgraded their front seven to, slow down the Cardinals run game, and I think that's really going to give Kyler issues. But you know what? I don't think the Cardinals secondary has an answer for OBJ or Jarvis Landry. I mean, that Browns offense will just have a big game, and I think they're going to run over these guys. So Baker's going to have a big day. So, yeah. But I think it will be a high-scoring game in a shootout. But I think the Browns will win this game by a couple points. So I feel like Baker's going to get his revenge on the Cardinals, after losing to them back in 2019. So I think we do remember this game from 2019. That's when the Cardinals won, but I kind of felt the Browns will pull us off. All right, next game, Week 7, they have to play against the Texans. I got them beating the Texans because the Texans, I mean, I don't think the Texans are going to be good this year because of the Deshaun Watson situation. I mean, I don't really think he's playing, so I think that kind of makes the Texans, one of the worst teams in the league. So, yeah. So the Cardinals are just have the better coach. They're at home, and they're just the better team, and, they have the quarterback advantage. I mean, no question that's just pretty much why. Next game, the Cardinals got to play the Packers on Thursday Night Football. Now, this game right here is going to be fun to watch, and I could be Aaron Rodgers versus Kyler Murray, but I hope so. Because this can go either way, though. Now, I don't really know who the Packers quarterback is going to be. Whether it's going to be Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers is not playing this game, or if he's not on the team, I mean, this could be an easy win for the Cardinals. But if Aaron Rodgers is playing, I mean, it kind of feels like it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to go with Green Bay just for right now until something changes. Because I just think the Packers have the better quarterback. They have the better coach. I mean, I just think they're the better team just for right now. So, yeah. I mean, yes, the Cardinals can win this game since it's at home. But you know what? I feel like on paper, the Cardinals do match up well with the Packers. Because I think they did upgrade their defense a little bit to, slow down Aaron Jones and all that. But I think this game will be super close as long as Rodgers is playing. But I think the Packers find a way to win this game in a shootout time game, in a high-scoring game. And I don't think the Cardinals will have an answer for Devontae Adams or neither Robert Tonyan and the rest of the Packers' weapons on offense. So I think they will have a big game against you guys. So, yeah, that's why I think the Packers will win. Now, skip to the next game, Week 10. They have to play versus the Panthers. Now, I think we remember this game from last year when the Panthers beat you guys. But I don't think they're going to pull it off again. I got the Cardinals win because I believe the Cardinals, I feel like they're more explosive on offense. So I think the Cardinals do have the better quarterback. They have the better coach. And I just think they're at home. And I just think they're the more complete team. And also, I believe the Cardinals did upgrade their defense a little bit, to slow down the Panthers' run game and all that, and they'll give Sam Darnold some fits. But you know what? I think Kyler Murray is going to have a big game versus the Panthers defense. But you know what? On paper, I kind of feel like the Panthers do match up well with the Cardinals because I think they did upgrade their front seven in their secondary, to like cover the receivers of Arizona and to like slow down the Cardinals offense. But nah, I don't think that the Panthers will pull it off. I just think the Cardinals will pull it off because I feel like there's a better team. So yeah, that's the reason why I have the Cardinals winning this game. All right, next game, Week 11, they have to play against the Seahawks. Actually have them splitting with the Seahawks. So I'm gonna say they're gonna lose the first game versus the Seahawks because I just think the Seahawks are the better team. They have the better quarterback and the better coach. They're at home. I mean, that's just pretty much why. And also they get a bye week 12, and I have them beating the Seahawks second time because they always play Seattle hard, and yeah. So they get the bye week 12, then they have to play week 13 versus the Bears, which I think they will have an extra week to prepare. Extra day to rest because I know they got to go to Windy City on the road to play against the Bears. But you know what? I think this game right here can go either way though because both these two teams have a great defense, but both of their secondaries are a little sketchy. But you know what? I think the Cardinals kind of match up well with the Bears, but I want to take the Cardinals though because of the quarterback advantage. But I don't know who the Bears quarterback is going to be, Justin Fields or Andy Dalton. You know what? If Justin Fields is playing this game, I think this game will be a shootout or a high-scoring game. But I wouldn't be shocked if they kept this game super close, but I think it will be. But would I be shocked if Arizona won? Nah, I wouldn't be shocked if Arizona won, but you know what? Since this game's in Chicago, I just think the Bears are gonna win this game and pull out the upset. I mean, I just don't know why. I mean, I kind of feel like the Bears do match up well with the Cardinals on paper. So I think that Bears defensive line, it's going to give Kyler Murray some fits. So yeah. And also I think Justin Fields is going to have a big game, and I think he's going to break apart the Cardinals secondary, which is not great. But I think it's going to be super close in a high scoring game, but I think the Bears will find a way to win in an upset alert. Okay. Next game, week 15, they have to play against the Lions. I got the Cardinals beating the Lions because I just think the Lions are going to be one of the worst teams in all of football. I mean, yeah, I'm not a believer in Jared Goff. Yeah, and also the Cardinals, they're just the better team. They have the better coach, and I think they have the better quarterback. Look, Kyler Murray is better than Jared Goff by this point, just to be honest with. So, yeah, and that's just pretty much why. There's no question to that. Next game, they have to play against the Colts. Now, this game right here is a tricky game now. Now, this can go either way, though, because I think the Colts have a great offense and a great defense, and the Cardinals have a great offense and great defense, though. But I kind of feel like on paper, I think the Colts do match up well with the Cardinals because I think the Colts do have the defense, to slow down Kyler Murray and all that and slow down the Cardinals' offense. But I don't really know if the Colts have enough corners to like cover the Cardinals receivers. Now I think this game is gonna be super close, but since this game is in Arizona, yes, Colts can win, but since this game's in Arizona, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals because I just think, to be honest with me, I just don't know why. I just really think Kyler Murray's gonna have a big game, and I think that Cardinals defense is good enough to like slow down the Colts run game, and I think they're gonna give Carson Wentz a tough time in the pocket. So yeah, but I think it will be super close. But I think the Cardinals will win. All right, next game they have to play on the road against the Cowboys. Now this is an East Coast trip for the Cardinals. Now I bet we remember this game when Arizona went on the road and beat the Cowboys because Kyler Murray had a big game. But you know what? I think the Cowboys are gonna get. I feel like the Cardinals do match up well with the Cowboys really good. But you know what? I think the Cowboys gonna get their revenge and win this game. So I feel like they're gonna win because I just think the Cowboys are just a better team. They're at home, and also they have the better coach. And also, I just think the Cowboys defense is gonna really give Kyler Murray some fits. So yeah, and also I think the Cowboys receivers are gonna have a big day. And I don't really think the Cardinals don't have any corners to cover the Cowboys receivers. So I feel like Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, I mean, they're just going to have a big game. And I think Zeke Elliott is going to have a big game as well. So Dak Prescott should be able to have a big game at home. So yeah, but I think it's going to be close and it will be a high scoring game. But I think the Cowboys find a way to win in a shootout type game. All right. So at this point, I have the Cardinals going 9-8. I mean, when you look at this record, it's better than last year. So yeah, I mean, I can see him being as good as 10-7 or maybe 11-6. I mean, I think the Cardinals do have a pretty easy schedule a little bit, but so yeah, but I kind of have the Cardinals in last place again. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I just don't know why. I mean, I like the additions they made in upgrading their roster, but I feel like the Cardinals are still the weakest overall team. So yeah, I mean, when you look at the games in their schedule, I mean, they play the Titans, they play the Vikings, they play the Rams twice, they play the Niners twice, they play the Browns, they play the Packers. I mean, they play the Seahawks twice, they play the Bears, they play the Colts. I mean, they play the Cowboys. I mean, when you look at the schedule, this is a tough schedule. Now, Kyler Murray could be the question. I mean, he could dip himself and he could show some promise. I mean, if he could take a step forward, they'll make the playoffs, though. Because I feel like he needs to take a step forward. So the Cardinals can be in the playoffs. But if he takes a step back, then they probably won't. Because he probably could be the question. I mean, it depends on Kyler's development. I mean, if Kyler Murray can prove himself that he can be good, then I think they'll be a better team than we expect. But you know what? I feel like the Cardinals feel like an average team to me. I mean, I just don't know why. So yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion on the Cardinals. I mean, I just got them in last place for some reason. I mean, I just don't know why. Now, I mean, if the Packers don't make the playoffs, I mean, it could lead to the Cardinals to or the football team to get in. I mean, so yeah. If you disagree, so yeah, that's how I see it as the Cardinals for right now. I mean, with 3-3 in the division, 6-6 in their conference, 7-1 at home, 2-7 away. I mean, that's pretty good, to be honest with me. So yeah, that's how I see it as a Cardinal season is going. But you know what? I feel like that the Cardinals defense is gonna get better. I mean, their offense is gonna get better with the weapons they had. I mean, yeah, and I feel like their old line is gonna get better. So yeah, and Cliff, the coaching staff for the Cardinals, I mean, with Cliff Kingsbury, I mean, I don't really know if I have a lot of faith in him right now. But I kind of feel like this could be bad for the organization, bad for the team. But I don't really think it is because they nearly made the playoffs last year, but they didn't make it because they would have made the playoffs last year if Kyler Murray didn't choke both games. So yeah. So that's how I see it as the Cardinals right now. So I kind of feel like that their whole division will go 3-3 in their division. So yeah, and also I really think that the NFC West division is going to be the best division because the improvements that they made. Because I have the Rams, Niners, and Seahawks, above the Cardinals, just because Kyler Murray could be the question though. Now they could make that jump into playoff territory, but I wouldn't be surprised. So maybe I could say maybe give him like one more year back in the playoffs. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the talent, I mean the Cardinals are underrated though. So I feel like they're almost there. So I say maybe give them 1 or 2 more years back. But I don't think this is the team that's going to take at least a few seasons to rebuild. So, yeah. So just let me know in the comment section below how you feel about the Cardinals. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm an idiot? Do you think I'm crazy? I mean, just let me know how you feel about the Cardinals. Well, it's Emmanuel Jones from The Big Fan. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys later. And also, don't forget to check out my playlist for more NFL predictions. Well, it's Emmanuel Jones again from Big Fan. See you guys later. Peace.